Hello friends, a very warm welcome to Unsarkari. Today we are picking up a very important concept and you can say a series of understanding this concept in details as you will see in the next few lectures also. That is Introduction to Nyaya School. Now why this becomes important? Because there can always be a question in the prelims. First of all, that means it becomes very important as a part of the general studies also. It is an integral part of understanding India's philosophical traditions. It is also very important to understand an integral part of Indian school of thought, you can say Indian philosophy, that is an integral part of PSIR, public administration, philosophy, as I just said, and apart from it, a very integral and important part of ethics also. So that is why we can't afford to miss it. As the giving evolution and also the depth that is coming up in the questions with time. So with the understanding of these concepts, you can definitely be more confident, more clearer, and will be on the surer foot. Let's see introduction to the Nyaya school. So the core idea is, as we discuss further, the chief proponent is Sage Gautam. Nyaya in Sanskrit means justice, equality of beings, and also equality of rules, equality of methods, and also judgment. These are the very important keywords. Rules, method, and judgment. What kind of rules you are applying, what kind of methods you are using, and what kind of judgment you are making. So the key point here we have to understand, it is also called Tarkashastra. It's also called Anvikshiki, very important, a very different keyword. It is called Akshapada Vidya and Nyaya Vidya. These are the key terms you must remember. You have to learn them. It contributed to understanding of school of logic in India, logic, reasoning, that's what one simple word if I use, methodology as I just said because it works on methods, and epistemology, that how philosophy becomes the basis for reasoning and scientific understanding. So what we have to understand is that religious plus philosophical ideas, when they are used to end suffering of mankind, and suffering takes place because we are ignorant of reality. So what is reality can only be known when you become wiser, when you become more aware. And how you become more aware? When you have understanding of why you are suffering. So the goal is of moksha, that is liberation, and that is only possible through right knowledge. So the Nyaya's emphasis on reasoning. So can you say reasoning is also like modern scientific inquiry, which our constitution also speaks about? Can you trace some kind of similarity? And if I give you a question which you will write and show it to me, how does Nyaya schools or Nyaya's pursuit of right knowledge as liberation compared with contemporary approaches to rational inquiry? What are the contemporary approaches to rational inquiry when we speak about the modern education system, when you speak about the way of life in India at present, when you speak about general well-being, social values, social approaches, and so forth. So please try to write this answer from the general studies perspective. What is the objective of Nyaya school? So to achieve true knowledge of reality, and that is through epistemology and metaphysics, that is coming up of religion plus philosophy. So the true knowledge of reality, and what is reality? As I'm saying, the reality is what you can understand when you follow the right path. So how you can go to the right path? That is only possible through right conditions. So what conditions are there which leads to certain kind of thinking? So correct thinking is required. And what is correct thinking based upon? Correct thinking is based upon logical reasoning and your critical approach. What is critical approach? That you are questioning whatever you are doing but in a right way. You are not overtly critical. So it is connecting metaphysical reality with epistemological inquiry, which we will see in details. So one more point I am sharing with you here, because Nyaya school is showcasing a systematic reasoning, it is something similar to Aristotle's logic in Western philosophy. So my question to you is, why is Nyaya school's integration of metaphysics and epistemology is crucial? Why only it is not taking up religious ideas only? Why it is not taking up only rational ideas? Why it is mixing both of them? Why do you think it is so crucial for philosophical framework here? Why? What kind of impact it is making? It is making, in understanding Indian way of life, Indian civilization, and also what are the goals of human beings. So Nyaya as a religious and philosophical school, because it is having both religious, that is because it is aiming at liberation, moksha, and it is philosophical because it is having logic and epistemology. Why? As I told you before also, human suffering is there because of ignoring reality, because human is ignorant of the reality. Right knowledge can only lead to right path to liberation. Rational inquiry is the bridge between philosophy and spirituality. Rational inquiry, you become completely rational, then it is very mechanical approach. So Nyaya school's focus is on ending suffering through knowledge. It mirrors, it reflects Buddhist emphasis on overcoming ignorance. That is why Nyaya school is deeply related with Buddhism. So how does Nyaya's dual nature that is of religious and philosophical, enrich its approach to human suffering? That is what you have to think. You have to think the way people were living or today they are living, the way people were, practicing different vocations, the way social life was there, rural life, and ideas of Raj Tantra, ideas of, city life, and then you will understand this question better. So let's go to epistemology. What is epistemology? Study of valid knowledge. That is through evidence, that is pramana. So Nyaya investigates how cognition leads to truth. Cognitive ability. Cognitive, you are able to assess, you are able to understand, you are able to judge, but without any evidence. That leads to truth. So logical reasoning, like in case of CSAT paragraphs, you are able to deduce that this is the right answer. So reasoning, inference, and debate. So correct thinking is very important for liberation. That is what Nyaya School of Thought says. So Nyaya debates upon fallacies. Fallacies, illusions, or you can say ignorance, that is hitva bhasha. So Nyaya School at that time was talking about these fallacies. So modern time logical fallacies are also somewhere derived knowingly or unknowingly from what Nyaya School was talking in those times. My question to you is, why does Nyaya School insist upon epistemology as the foundation for liberation rather than ritual or faith alone? Why it is bringing epistemology? Why it is not relying only on ritual or faith? Write the answer and share with me. So what is Nyaya's contribution to critical thinking? Because Nyaya advances logic, reasoning, and structured debate. So it encourages systematic inquiry. And through systematic inquiry, rational dialogue is being promoted. That means you are not going to be tied with fallacies. So it is building intellectual discipline for both philosophy and governance. For example, Nyaya's structured debate is there, but debate is structured. For example, in the modern courtroom, like in high court, district court, so you have a reasoned debate. It is not chaos. It is not a, you know, sabji mandi. So Nyaya's emphasis on a logical reasoning can be applied to contemporary political and ethical debate. Do you think so? Indian politicians, TV debates, and also the communication between politicians during elections with the masses, or the communication between the public and the leadership, is it on those lines in Indian democracy? What do you think? Write back your answer. So through this very important and short introduction, we have tried to understand the Nyaya school, its foundational ideas, which we'll be taking up further in the next lecture. Do join our series so as to get the best. Do work and join us in order to get success through a systematic, rational, and a very structured approach which is tailor made for your own success if you believe in yourself and in your abilities. Thank you very much.